Thank you for joining Sandra P's Gen Extra. This is a short rant on Survivor 48, episode 10. Much love to Star. Star went out with her head held up, rapping. She did not go out cowering like the most terrible duo I have seen wanted her to. Joe and Eva are playing this game, spouting integrity. I've not seen any integrity with Eva going around bragging about Star's idol in her pocket, which Star should have never given Eva that idol. Eva earned another advantage and had so little integrity, she never offered Star her idol back. Mr. Integrity, Joe, who's running over everybody and running things behind the scenes, meanwhile dragging Eva to the finish line. Joe even told Eva not to give Star her idol back. This is a disgrace. Much love to Star. They treated Say the exact same way. I'm going to wish luck to Kyle and Kamila. Mitch, I want you to stand up. What are you doing, Mitch? You are at the bottom of that top 6, and you are not going to the end unless you guys scramble something up. Mary, you're the last of your tribe. Keep fighting. Sauhin, I wouldn't even be upset if you won. But Joe and Eva, if they take the $1 million, it's something that CBS would love to see. And it's something that at this point, I don't want to see. I started out liking Joe and Eva, being touched by Joe and Eva, but their behavior over the past few episodes is really disgraceful to me. And for David to sit over there staring straight ahead, the first thing they did was put a knife in his back. Mahogany Meeks, thank you for joining Sharon Godbolt, Mama Bees. I'm just doing a quick rant on Survivor. Episode 10, for those of you that watched it, you know that Star was sitting home. Eva sitting there with Star's idol in her pocket, never offered to give it back to her, yet CBS is setting these two up as if they have so much integrity, when all they're doing is pushing around everybody else out there and expecting the people on the bottom to lay down. Mitch, I need you to stand up. You are a coach and a PE teacher. Don't let your students see you lying down and cowering for these people. Joe went back on his word, Darryl Seymour. I have to agree with that. Joe did go back on his word. And I'm not upset about Joe winning challenges. To me, that's honorable. But the way he's dragging Eva along with him and trying to make her sit next to him at the final 2 and everybody else is supposed to lay down, I don't understand that. And that is why I'm having this rant. I have not done my Survivor review yet. Eva's winning based on the evidence, based on the edit. I could say she is. I think it's something that CBS wants to see. The autistic storyline is touching. I shed a tear. I have people in the spectrum on my family that I'm close to and that I love. I volunteers with those children as well. But the way Eva is behaving now is straight up bullying. Star gave her that idol when Eva was a part of, she wasn't even part of the California Girls. I'm not going to say that. But that alliance with Thomas, Sauhin, and Joe, they ignored Star, isolated Star, pushed around Star, because Star was actually going out to look for an idol, as she should, because she needed it. And then she goes home, and Eva sits there with Star's idol in her pocket. Sharon Gobble says Joe and Eva's head is too big now. It is too big. David's sitting over there mad when the people that really want to win should have been split up, Joe and Eva. I'm sick of both of them. I don't like the edit because they had Star. We didn't know Star spoke for the first 3 episodes. Then she started getting a couple of confessionals, and we said, oh, Star's funny. We would see her talking to different tribe members. She's encouraged Cedric. She encouraged Eva, gave Eva her idol. Star has a relationship with every single person on the team. We didn't even know until probably 2 weeks ago. So I'm really disgusted with this. If Eva never won, then they would have focused on Eva having Star's idol and voting her out. Has Eva won? Well, yeah, Eva won an immunity challenge, but Joe's running over the challenges now. I'm waiting for Kyle and Kamila. Kyle is always in the top 1 or 2, and he's won as well. Kamila is going to use her brains if she's going to get any further, as well as Mary. Mitch can win challenges, and Mitch is also, he's a smart player as well, but he's not doing anything. He's so scared of the top 6. So I don't understand what's going on with this game. It's getting kind of frustrating. I agree with Darryl Seymour. Welcome to the chat. I appreciate you joining me for this live Survivor. Star is very charismatic and entertaining. And I wish that her edit had been that from the beginning. And David is sitting over there. He's on the jury before Star was. And I remember him saying he wants somebody, oh, why they're not scared? Why are they not scared? Nobody has to be scared of these top players because numbers is what counts in Survivor. I apologize for the rant, but I just finished the episode and it just struck me what these people are doing. They expect the bottom to lay down for them. I don't know. We're going to see. I mean, one, as in Eva's going to win the game, so they're editing her positively. I hope that's not a spoiler, Daryl Seymour. We don't know. If she wins, I'm not going to begrudge her that win, but I want the record to show that Eva, in my opinion, showed trifling behavior towards Star. For her to go send Star home, and she's sitting there with Star's idol. And at the beginning of the episode, I didn't do my review yet, but I'll just mention, Mary talked to Eva and said, well, would you use the idol? No, I'm not going to use the idol. Eva has taken full possession. This is her idol. Star gave it to her, but me being a person with honesty and integrity, unlike, in my opinion, Eva, if I had an idol that someone gave me and then I had another advantage like Eva has a chance to walk out of a tribal council and to not have any votes against her. So she has another advantage, and she still, knowing Star was on the bottom with no support, did not offer Star her idol back. So now Star's over at the Ponderosa eating, which I'm happy for her to be able to do that. But Cedric, I don't think he's going to like this type of gameplay, depending on who wins. He's a jury member. David is bitter on the jury, I think. I think he's rooting for Mary. Mary might not get farther than next week. We'll see. It's not a spoiler. Okay, thank you for that. Let me put this up there so you can see. At the start of the episode, we got unnecessary part of Eva talking in the confessional about her game and that positive moment that she got with Mary. I think, Daryl Seymour, they might be trying to burnish Eva's reputation a little bit because I'm one of the people, I loved Eva and Joe's relationship. And now it's like, okay, Joe's winning all these challenges. Eva's struggling every single challenge. Jeff's yelling out encouraging words, you got it, Eva, you got it, Eva. Eva's not in the top 3 on the challenges, yet she's supposed to make the final 2 just because. One crafty sister said, yeah, that was low down, Eva. She'll get it in the end, don't worry. Honestly, if Joe took home that $1 million to his kids, I wouldn't even be upset. At this point, I really don't want Eva to win the game. I just have to say it. She's going to have to show me something else. These next few episodes, Sharon Gobbled, I felt the same. I was so irritated with last night's episode. I just finished it, and that's why I am hot and bothered doing a rant before I even do my review. My goodness. Last night, Eva was edited as the final decision maker on whether or not the strong 5 broke. Yeah, I did notice that too, Daryl Seymour. They're trying to make her look like brains, but Eva hasn't put much thought into anything and vocally says every week, I'm not really thinking about that too much. I think things are just going to go as we've already said. So they're just supposed to be out there swimming at the beach, eating up rice and coconuts, and not playing the game at all until the bottom people are gone and it's the final 6. Which the bottom 3 of the 6, I don't understand that. You're not going to sit at the end and get a chance to win the money. So if I were Colin Kamila, I would still be trying to organize something to get Joe and or Eva out of there. Joe keeps winning immunity. So Eva, she only has 2 tribal councils. She has to use that shot, not the shot in the dark, but whatever her advantage is. She has to use that. She didn't use it this week. Next week is the last week that she has to use it because you go down to 7 tribe members. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. I'm going to see if there's any more comments, and then I wasn't going to be here long. This is just an actual kind of a rant, as I said, instead of a review. Thank you, Linnell Seiler, for coming in. I appreciate that. Hello, hi. As long as Eva doesn't win, I'll be fine. Sharon, I feel the same way, and I hate that I feel that way because I remember how touched I was with that episode where her and Joe became so close, and he supported her when she couldn't get through the challenge. Mitch needed to make a move down Seymour. He's playing so scared. He's talking about, I don't trust Mary. I don't trust this. He didn't trust Star. I don't trust Star. I don't trust Mary. Star and Mary were talking to Mitch more than the top 6. So I would rather be on the bottom of 4 than on the bottom of 6. So I'm really disgusted and kind of upset by Mitch. But I'm sure I'll make up with Mitch because I love his personality. I think he's the sweetest. And he's really strong. Every single person. Sauhin even said, when Mitch was talking about that story where he was scared of a dog and he almost got attacked and then realized the dog was tied up, Sauhin was laughing his face off and he was like, Mitch is such a great personality. They're scared to sit next to Mitch, and Mitch is afraid to make a move. So I don't understand why he didn't work with Star and Mary, and they could at least go 4 for 4 and let them go to rocks. Because now the top 6 is outnumbering everybody. So we're going to see what's going to happen. I have to say it was a good episode, even though I was sorry about what happened. Yeah, Mitch is playing a game to get to the end and not win. That's what it's looking like to me, Daryl Seymour. Unless Eva and Joe keep twisting arms and being dishonest with people, and then they get a bitter jury, neither one of them would get a vote for the money. We might see somebody like a Mitch win if they do a final 3 instead of a final 2. But I don't want to just coronate Eva and write her a big check. I couldn't stand if we do that. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to my rant. I've been talking for 5 minutes about Joe and Eva, but you saw the title. I was going to rant on this episode. I'm going to actually do the review tomorrow. I think I set it up for 8 a.m. Eastern. So if you're here live, join me in the chat. I love to read the chat and talk on the chat. People on Twitter are mad they voted Star off. Sharon Gobble, I'm glad, because that's why CBS is giving this great edit to Eva, because she's been so cocky the last 2 to 3 episodes, feeling like, her and Joe just going to skip down the beach to the end and one of them get $1 million. That she really ruined her own reputation. I really loved Eva and Joe. Now I can barely stand either one of them. I'm going to try to do another thumbnail that's even better than the one I have, but I just wanted people to know I'm ranting about Joe and Eva. I'm glad Star went out laughing. Uncle JP just kind of touched my heart a little bit, because Jeff Probst he's a senior to Star who is respectful, and that's why she's calling him Uncle JP. She didn't want to call him Jeff. So Star has some really amazing qualities. I can't wait to see her when they do the reunion and hear more from her, because now that CBS, they already knew what they had. They just were trying to set up Eva. Eva, I don't even like to hear talk anymore. We're going to see what's going to happen on the next episode. But try to join me tomorrow at, I think I set it up for 8 a.m., but join me for the live Survivor recap and review, and then we'll talk about it more down in the comments. If you're not a subscriber already, please like, comment, and also subscribe. And thank you so much for joining Sandra P's Gen Extra. Mama Bees, I appreciate it. Cece, thank you so much. This is my quick little rant on Survivor. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to it, please do so, because it's kind of short. And just like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. Thank you. Bye.